The Alter Rebbe was in the middle of explaining the different avodas of the Bnei Gershon, Bnei Kohos, Bnei Merori. And he says that there is a way of eliciting the Ratzon Elyon by subjugating your own Ratzon, your own desires. If you subjugate it to Hashem and you do it truthfully, so then you are able to reach in to the highest of level. And he says, and you're able to Gershon, he says like this, V'zehu madiksiv, the pasuk says, Korev Hashem l'chol koirav, l'chol asher yikra'u be'emes. Hashem is close to all those that call him, but he stipulates, you have to call him with truth. What does it mean, calling Hashem with truth? That means that you subjugate yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you become bottled to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shuhu b'chinas bittul rotzen hanal. That we mentioned before, giving up your own wants, what you want yourself, that is calling Hashem with truth. Shuhu hakriya shebe'emes. That means calling Hashem truthfully, meaning that you give up what you want for the sake of Hashem. Zehu titen emes liYaakov, and this is what means give the truth to Yaakov. What does it mean, the truth to Yaakov? The level of bittul, the level of calling Hashem with truth, that is a necessary component. And the Rebbe gives now other two interpretations, the word Gershon. Gershon also means like to chase away. Garish as like Sorah said, chase him away. Gorish also means chasing away. We find the pasuk says, Mimeged, when he gives over there the brachas that Moshe Rabbeinu gave, he says, Umimeged, and the sweetness, Geresh Shirochim. Geresh Shirochim means every month that it gets chased out. What does it mean? The tevuah, there's tevuah that comes out from the month. So Geresh means chased out. So we can further say the Pirush Gershon, the meaning of Gershon, Shehu al derech mashekosuf. This is similar to what it's written, Umimeged Geresh Shirochim. And from the sweetness that is chased out, Yareach is the moon, chased out with the moon. Upirush Rashi. So how does Rashi explain it? Shaha'oretz megareshes u'meitzia mechodesh l'chodesh. That is that the earth chases out and it produces every month, mechodesh l'chodesh. That is the chased by the moon. The moon comes back once a month, the cycle that it chases out the sweetness of the Yerach. There's also that sweetness, basically, which is in the person. The person has an neshama, and the level of Yerachim pushes out, brings it out into the open. It pushes out what's hidden in the person. He says like this, but here we see that when the fruit grows from the land, Nikra Geresh. It's called Geresh, Loshin Gerushim. That's a lotion of chasing away. Also like divorce, that you separate. Al Shem Shemegaresh is Oisam Mehakoyach Alapoyel. Because she, the moon, chases them out from their potential to the actuality. And from the hidden to come out to the revelation. So basically, this is the meaning of Geresh, to chase out, to bring out your potential, to bring out what's hidden, to bring it out to the open. The Chaim Pirush Radak, the Machlel, the Radak in his sefer called Machlel, he says, Geresh Shirochim, V'uzman, Shaperis Metzitzim, Uperchim. Those are the time that the fruits sprout and they blossom, the Koyach HaYareach, with the power of the moon. It's as if, as this moon is pushing them outside. That is the idea. Likewise, in every soul, we have this hidden love. We have the hidden love And this hidden love that we have is sometimes it's blocked, it's hidden. And we want that hidden love to come out. So in order for it to come out from its obscurity and come open, this is the idea. Mi gilai lebonai rozechulo. It says, who revealed to my children this secret? So instead of saying me, who revealed it to them, we're saying the level of me, the level of who, which is the level of Seviv Kolalma, reveals to my children the secret, means takes that secret and reveals it, takes that what's hidden in the koyach el hapoel, brings it out to the open. Me, hainu b'chinas Seviv Kolalma. Me is who? That's the level of Seviv Kolalma. Ki inyan, like what the pasuk says, mi bora ela, ru, see, mi bora ela, which means the level of Seviv Kolalma. So he says, so now, Bezo Inyan B'nei Gershon. So now this is explaining in the parentheses that this is the idea of Gershon, the son of Noisai Yeriyas. They were carrying the curtains. The curtains are the surrounding, B'chinas Seviv Kolalma. That's the level of Seviv Kolalma. And with that power, the power of Seviv Kolalma, it's seen ha'ava, that me gila, that reveals. They bring out that hidden love from the obscurity into open. They bring it out. Like it says, meaning shemegarish umoitzi ha'ava mesuteres meha'elam el hagilui. That brings out the hidden love from the hidden into the revealed level. Comes through the Yeriyas, that comes through the Makif, that comes through the Avodah of Bnei Gershon. It's all in Avodah Hashem to take that hidden love that you have inside and bring it out into the open. It says, written on the Pasik, Toiva, this is a Pasik that it says, Toiva, Tichochas Megula, it's better a revealed rebuke than a hidden love. So over there it says, similar to this Gerish Rochem, the Pardes explained in Shar Chavtes Perik Dalet Be'inyan Shnei Grishim. The cantillation, the Ger Shayim, has two Grishim, has two lads. Shehein Chesed Gevura. Those two represent Chesed Gevura. What does it mean, Grishin? They're chased out. Tiferes Megarish Oisom Mimkoimom. The Tiferes, the middle, pushes them from their place. Umaniyam El Kavhem Tsoyi, and it pushes them to the middle ground. Umata Oisom El Chesed, and tilts them to the Chesed. I know if you look at the sign of the Ger Shayim, it's goes towards the right a little bit. So you have two. So what it does, it takes the two and it tilts them to the right, to the Chesed. Tiferes is the one that pushes them, the two Gerishim, the two sides to the right. Same thing here, we can say Gershon, Beis Gerushin Elo, these two levels of Gerushin, the two lines. Shemegarish es hanefesh abahamis v'doicha horav. First of all, you push away the animal soul, you push away the bad. That's one push away gerushin. And through pushing away the bad of the nefesh abahamis is hatoiv shebenefesh abahamis. The good is also Yizgarish Mimikoimo, also gets pushed away from its place. V'yimata klape chesed v'ava, and it tilts towards chesed and love. Lovoi libchinas b'chol levavcha b'shnei yitzerecha, so that he will come to with all your heart with the two yitzerecha. So that's one thing, is to push away the nefesh abahamis, to reveal the good and to push it to loving Hashem. So that's to chase away the bad and to tilt the nefesh habahamis towards loving Hashem. Likewise, megarish moitzi helem ha'ava shebenefesh alakis. Likewise, he also chases away and you bring out the hidden love which is in the godly soul. Love alidei giluchulu should become in a revealed way. The Alter Rebbe further says, I'm not sure if this is the Alter Rebbe or the Tzemach Tzedek, but it says that we can say possibly, what does it mean, Geresh Yirachim? Up till now, we touched Geresh, chased out by the moon. Geresh Yirachim, the first of Shat, Yereach, the moon. But he wants to touch now Yirachim from Loshen Reach, from smell. Geresh Yirachim, Shuhu Me'inyan Reach, that's the idea of a smell. Like we talk about Mashiach, it says, V'horichoi b'yiras Hashem. God will give him the ability to smell and with fear of Hashem. As it's written in the subject, it says, Orisi Moiri, u'b'inyan v'yishlach Yeshua chulu v'es Yerichoi. Over there, Yerichoi is also Reach over there. U'mashekosov du maschel reich b'nichulu. So all those Mamer. Kitzer, Inyan Yerias. So first you have the idea of Yerias. It's like the pasuk says is Noita Shamayim Kayiriya, that the Eibishter places the Shamayim like a panel. So that's the level of Soivev. Also Lachzois Kiamilim, to cover yourself under. Hashem will cut away the Nefesh Habahamis, Batal Ritzoincha. Subjugate your will. Umitchila, tzorich liyos, in the beginning, you need to have it in a way, aseh ritzoincha, make it your will. Rotzein hatachten. You should do the Eibishter's will. First, it says, make your, and then battle, then give up your will for Hashem. Then he discussed Oimdim, Atzi Shitim Oimdim. That's Merori, standing. Gershon is Vaigarsheyu, to chase away. Geresh Yirochim was Migilor Roza. It's the me that reveals the secret. Me Boraela. Voriach Hayreich B'nei, also the idea of Reich. All these various different points. And now we're going to get to the Kahos. That is to do with the Gershon. This is all the sons of Gershon. They carry the panels of the Mishkan. Pirush, which means Gershon. What is the level of Gershon? You chase away the bad. Al Yidei B'chinas Bittul Rotz, through subjugating your will. You negate your own wishes because before the wishes of Hashem, Supreme must be. That means you chase away the bad by giving up your will for Hashem's will. That way you chase away the bad. Through this you draw down from the level that surrounds the world. Kodesh, which is the level of Kodesh separated. That it should be resting within your inside. So you take from the Sovev, you take from the Makif, you take from the level of Kodesh, and you bring it down inside. That's why the Bnei Gershon carried the panels of the Mishkan. That is the level that surrounds circles. That the Eibishter stretches out the heavens like a panel. This is Gershon. Those were talking about the outer part of the Mishkan. But the Kahos are the ones that carry the inside parts of the Mishkan. They carried the kelim and they carried the aron. Aval avodas b'nei kahasu. What is the service of the b'nei kahas? Is lisa as hashulchan v'hamenoira v'ha'aron v'kapodos chulu. Is to carry the table, the candelabra, the menorah, the aron, the ark, the kapodos, and the lid chulu. Ki avodas hakodesh aleihem, because if you saw, because the holy work they have to carry by the shoulder. So, what does that represent? So he says like this: Upirush shel kahos. The meaning of the word kahos, humiloshin loy yikhas amim. He will gather the people together. Kahos gathers it together. Shuhu. The word kahos is meloshin asifa v'chipur. It's gathering together and connection. Sha'avodas hakahosihu. The service of the kahosi is lisa bekosif, to carry on the shoulder. Avodas hakodesh chulu. Shem hashulchan v'hamenoira v'aron chulu. Opirush. What does this mean? Sha'kelim elu shel hamishkan. These kelim of the mishkan. Hem mebechinas nekuda ha'emtsoi. That's the middle point. So you have a circle, right? You have a circle. The circle has a middle point. The kelim are the middle point of that circle. That's nekuda ha'emtsoi shebetocha igul. That's the middle point within the circle. Sheha igul makif v'soive v'sanekuda. The circle circles and it surrounds the nekuda. So he says basically, in this whole circle, the main point is actually the nakuda. It's all going around and around. It's circling that point. She'etzem hamekuvan hu hanekuda. The intent really is that point, not the circle, but the point. As for example, when you have the shamayim which circles the earth, the nakuda is the earth. Similar to the idea that the heavens are like a panel and a surrounding. In Hashem's thought of creation, the earth comes first. You know, the contradiction. It says Elokim as Bereshis bar Elokim as Shemayim, as Oretz, first Shemayim and then Oretz. And then in the other pasuk it says B'yem bro Elokim as Oretz, that Oretz v'Shamayim v'Oretz. So the Gemara says that the Gemara answered the contradiction that in Machshove the Eibishter Bereshis bar Elokim as Shemayim, in actuality the Shemayim came first, but the Nekuda, the Mekuvan in Hashem's thought, the Oretz comes first. So the Nekuda from the Shemayim is also the Oretz. Let's talk about it in that pasuk over there. So it says, similar is also this concept of the circle that surround the makifim and the straight yosher. The root of the yosher is higher than the igulim. We have nefesh, ruach, and neshama. The igulim is nefesh, but that's the level of ruach, which is higher. So the gulim, even though we're saying that the yosher is higher, but the gulim are the ones that are surrounding them. In the level that it circles like Ariyah. So notwithstanding the fact that the Shemayim circles the eagle circles the yosher, as a mekomokem b'chinas hayosher hu kinyan hanekuda shalaleho sevim kol ha'igul chulu. The idea of the yosher, that's the level, like the point the whole circle circles around the point. You have the point, and everything circles around that point. So the bottom line of the circle is also the yosher, is that point, that middle point. That's what I'm trying to say is it. Basically to say that the level of the Bnei Gershon, even though they're in Uriah, is the Makifim, but still it's the Bnei Kahos, it's the Mekuvan, it's the Avodah, it's the Kalim. Over there he talks about Shabbos is the point. The whole days of the week, 6 days of the week are the circle, and Shabbos is the Nekuda. Some Gamkin moving over there, it's also understood. Shanekuda Gavoya Yoiser Mehahechel Amakif Aleho. Say the point in the room, that the point is on a higher level than the room that surrounds the Nekuda. Shanekuda Hi Chochma Ilo. The point, that's the supreme Chochma. Vahechel HaMalbishay, and the room that dresses up Ubina, that's level of Bina. So of course Chochma is on a higher level than level of Bina. Mishikosu Bezoyar Chelik Aleph, Daf Tezvova Med Aleph, Daf Chofa Med Aleph, Ubemigdash Melech Shom V'Shom. So going back to the before the parentheses, so he says Eagle is Maki B'Seifus Anakuda Chulu, which is Shemchinas HaEagle Heim Hayiriyas Amahilim Ala Mishkan. The eagle, those are the curtains that cover, they provide the tent over the Mishkan. That was the service of Bnei Gershon. Their job is to carry the vessel of the Mishkan. I mean, he's saying a lot of what the parentheses said before. He's saying it also here in the inside. They are from the middle point. That circle surrounded that point. So he says like this. The Oren that was in the Holy of Holy, that's level of Torah. The Luchas were in the Oren. Mamer Azal, as our sage lesson memory, tell us that Mishachora Beis Hamikdash Ein Loi Lakadosh Baruch Hu Beilomel Dal Dam Salacha Bilvad Chulu. What does Hashem have in His world? The 4 Amos of Halacha. So that tells you that while the Beis Hamikdash was there was the level of Torah, because there was the Beis Hamikdash, the Kodesh HaKadoshim. You had the Luchas. Now there's no more Beis Hamikdash. So what does Hashem have? Hashem has people study Torah, 4 Amos of Halacha. Ubchinas Torah, and the level of Torah, Ubchinas Hanikuda Hatichonis. That is from the middle point, Eagle Soiviv Aleho, on which the eagle surrounds. It's too hot for me over here, so I'm trying to. I don't want. It's blowing on me. That's why I'm drying out my throat. B'chinas Torah, b'chinas hanikuda hatichonis. Torah, that's the middle point. Eagle Seviv Aleho. The circle goes around it. Ki oiraisa mechochma hu denafkes. Oiraisa comes from the level of chochma. Ubechochma shoyda erin sof mamash b'chinas gilui. Over there, in chochma, which is Torah that comes from chochma, rests, revealed the light of the Ein Sof. The pasuk is Havaya b'chochma. The Hainu b'chinas oir primi. Over there, it comes in an inner way, in level of chochma, as opposed to Masha'enki b'chinas eagle. But when we talk about the level of the circle, who oir maki b'helem adai, there it's still in a surrounding way. It's hidden. So the level of Gershon, for example, was the level of Makifim, but this is the level of Kahos, the level of Pnimi, the level of Chochma, in which the Ein Sof comes Begilu. The Tachlis HaMekuvan, the ultimate goal is Hu'oir Pnimi V'Hagilu, is the inner revealed light. That's what we want. So like he said before, the point of the circle is the Pnimi. So the point of everything is the Torah. That's the bottom line. Same thing he says now. There's also the mitzvahs in action. They too extend from the middle, from that middle point. So now, he says, even though the Torah mitzvahs come from that middle point, so, but they're being surrounded by the circle. Alpha became Shorsham Hunaila. The root is higher, is greater. Af Maha'igul Hasoviv HaNekuda. Even than the circle that surrounds the Nekuda, they are higher even than that circle. Even though they're in the middle of the circle, but they're higher than the circle. Kenisker b'Sefer Yitzira, as mentioned in the Sefer Yitzira, that's notes Tchilosam b'Soifam b'Soifam b'Tchilosam. It says the end, the beginning is stuck in the end, and the end in the beginning. Basically, it means the level which is higher than Makif, than the circle, is stuck in the middle, in the bottom, in the mitzvahs, ma'asos, and Torah, and the Torah is connected to the higher level. Upirush, shetchilosam notes b'soifam dafke. The meaning means that it's specifically the beginning which is stuck into the end. Lochein, therefore, HaTorah mitzvahs, shenishpelu lamato, the Torah mitzvahs that have been lowered below, shenislapshu binyonim gashmim, that are dressed in physical matters, shorsham hunayla me'oid, their root is very high. Af ma'igul hasoviv hanekuda, even from the circle that surrounds the nekuda. So that's even higher. Because the end is stuck in the beginning. So what's the lowest over here actually is stuck, is rooted into the higher level. Upirush. The meaning is Torah mitzvahs, shorsham, manakudat techonis. Torah mitzvahs, their root is from that middle point. The shoyrish hanekuduchulu, and the root of that point, hunayla miha eagle, is higher than the eagle. Iker hu hanekuda, because the main thing is that point. The reason for the eagle is so that it surrounds and it circles the nekuda. So basically, go, he's higher also than the go. Go would be circle. He's higher. Go means higher than the circles. Shekamei kol hamakifim kiloin nechshovim b'shaveh k'mei hapnim zchula einshom. All these surrounding are considered like nothing, equally, just like the inside of the einshom. Zeu shemevorchim koydem kol mitzvah. This is koydem kol siyus kol mitzvah. We make a bracha before we make a before we do a mitzvah, we say, Asher kidishonu b'mitzvos of chulu. He has sanctified in the mitzvah, pirush. Through our occupation in Torah, which comes from the level of chokhmah. And through the mitzvahs in action, that's even higher than Torah, the action of mitzvahs. Mamer that Talmud is greater because it brings to action. So that means that the action is ultimately. So through Torah mitzvahs, he can draw down the kodesh that it should rest inside his inside. The hainu bechinas pnimi, in a inner way. So we're having sheramach mitzvahs eser, because the 248 positive mitzvahs they come from the level of rotzin, level of makifim. They have been lowered below. They've been dressed up in physical matters, like the tzitzis with tefillin, all physical things. But at the end of the day, the end of the action, like who knows, is connected to the beginning. This is who is sanctified. Through the occupation of Torah and the observance of the physical, the mitzvahs in action, then he's able to draw down from the level of Kodesh, that it should be resting in his inside. And this is what the pasuk says: the David b'shanoisei es taimei lifnei Avimelech. This is talking about literally David HaMelech changed his rationale. He made himself look like not normal. That's the way he got saved from. Here the Rebbe is saying, you got to change your normalcy. When you come before Avimelech, before you come to Hashem, Shanoi says time, it means when a person changes his normal behavior. So when you come to Hashem, you have to change. That is to subjugate totally your will. He changes, he swaps the one that he had, that should have just for Hashem. When does this take place? On Shabbos, we do this Mizmer David. We know this says time of Avimelech. Comes Shabbos, that is, you have to change who you are. Shabbos, level Shabbos. You come to the level in which your will has totally turned around. That is the level of bittul rotzin. He changes his taste, his reasoning, I mean the normalcy. Over there, your mamish change around. As opposed to the weekday, over there you force yourself, you put not turned around. What we mean here, the bechinas b'shanoisa is time, changing the reasoning, changing the normalcy, becomes zehu bechinas kohos. That is level of kohos. Al yidei ki b'chochma is beriru. Through the chochma, it's sorted out. So that is the level of chochma causes this change. But however, Medrash Rabbah in Parsha Bamidbar Perigimel Daf Reish Tezvav Amud Beis, Pirush over there he says the word Gershon comes from the lashon of shame. Gershon shehu chazak kishem, that is strong like a tooth. V'hainu inyan b'shanoisoi. Shanoises also has the word shein in it, as taime v'yigarsheyu. Shebechinas b'shanoisoi hu gamkin, also the word b'shanoisoi meaning shein, also the same. Ukameshakosu v'al posik uleben shinai mecholav, the words are there. Shehu birur hamidas, that is sorting out of the midas. V'zehu v'yigarshehu, that chased them away. Legarish hara. So that's explaining it differently. So over there he explains Gershon from Loshen Shem. Ubchinas kos pirushon. Inyan over there he plays goes in koha habarzel. Koha habarzel means it's a pasuk. I think it becomes not so hot. Keha. So behind the Kabashkosu Shom who loy ponim kilkel. You know, let's leave it over here because I'm hesitating over here already. So let's leave it over here, and we'll start with the parentheses again. Okay, we'll go down for that.